Nikki Bella, also known as Nikki Garcia, has been granted a restraining order against her estranged husband Artem Chigvintsev following a troubling series of events that culminated in his arrest. The former WWE star detailed the allegations in her legal filing, shedding light on the physical altercation that took place in their home. According to documents obtained by TMZ, Bella claimed that Artem tackled me multiple times and pinned me to the ground while our child was present. The tension between the couple had reportedly been escalating for some time, with Bella describing how Artem's behavior had become increasingly volatile after he learned he had been cut from the popular TV show, Dancing with the Stars. She explained that his anger had been building, noting how he frequently snapped at her and yelled over minor issues. The final straw came, she said, over something as simple as how she had toasted an English muffin for their 4-year-old son. According to Bella, Artem became furious. Blaming her for their child being a picky eater, this trivial disagreement soon spiraled into a much more serious confrontation. Bella admitted that during the argument, she threw their son's shoes toward Artem, and one of them struck his leg. This, she claimed, triggered a violent reaction from Artem, who allegedly grabbed their son and fled upstairs as the toddler cried out, "Mommy, Mommy." Bella said that when she attempted to follow them and gain access to the room where Artem had taken their child, things took a darker turn. She alleged that Artem opened the door and forcefully tackled her to the ground, pinning her arms and holding her down for approximately 30 seconds. After this initial confrontation, Bella said that Artem went back into the room with their son and shut the door, leaving her outside. However, Bella tried once again to get to her child, but when she attempted to enter the room a second time, Artem allegedly became even more aggressive. She claimed he pushed her across the hallway, shoving her into their master bedroom. The situation, she said, only escalated from there. Bella alleged that Artem forced her to the floor of their bathroom, where he pressed down on her chest near her sternum, to the point where she felt like she was suffocating. Desperate to get free, Bella said she instinctively grabbed at Artem's neck in an attempt to get him off her, fearing for her safety in that moment. Artem then called 911 to report what he described as a medical emergency at the couple's home, telling the dispatcher that his wife had thrown a shoe at him. When law enforcement arrived on the scene, Bella alleged that their son made a heartbreaking statement to the officers, saying, "Daddy hurt my hand." This statement from their child added a new layer of concern to an already alarming situation. Bella's restraining order request also included allegations of previous violent behavior. She claimed that this was not the first time Artem had been physically abusive toward her. She recounted an incident that took place in mid-2023, in which Artem allegedly violently grabbed her around the waist in an attempt to keep her away from their child. In addition to the physical abuse, Bella said she had endured repeated verbal abuse from Artem, which left her deeply concerned about the environment in which their son was growing up. In her court documents, Bella expressed her fear that her son was being raised in a turbulent and toxic atmosphere, something she wanted to shield him from. She emphasized that her main priority was the well-being of their child and stated that she believed Artem needed professional help, specifically therapy and anger management, to address his issues. The restraining order, which was granted by a judge, stipulates that Artem is prohibited from contacting Bella or their child. He is also required to stay at least 100 yards away from both of them, as well as their home, except in cases of court-ordered visitation or if visitation rights are granted. According to reports from TMZ, the judge signed off on the temporary domestic violence restraining order, giving Bella and her son immediate protection from Artem. Nikki Bella's legal team issued a statement to TMZ, further explaining her decision to seek the restraining order. Due to the incident that led to Artem's arrest on August 29, 2024, Nikki has decided to file for a temporary domestic violence restraining order to protect herself and her son. Although Nikki requested that the Napa district attorney not file charges against Artem as she did not want him to go to jail, he must still be held accountable for his actions, and Nikki and her son must be protected. Nikki's #1 priority has always been the well-being of her son. She is thankful for all of the love and support she has received and continues to ask for privacy for her and her family during this difficult time. Artem was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence on August 29, 2024, following the altercation with Bella. However, the charges against him were later dropped. A spokesperson for Napa County District Attorney Allison Haley told the Post that her office had reviewed the evidence in the case but ultimately decided not to pursue criminal charges. The decision to not file charges against Mr. Chigvintsev was made after a thorough review of the criminal investigation and careful evaluation of the evidence presented to the DE's office, the statement read. Since the charges were dropped, Artem has largely remained silent on the matter. However, this entire episode marks a dramatic shift in the public image of the former Dancing with the Stars pro, whose relationship with Nikki Bella had been well documented on reality TV and in the media. What began as a romance that captivated their fans has now taken a dark and troubling turn, with both Bella and Artem facing a future filled with uncertainty. A hearing regarding the restraining order is scheduled for October 21, 2024, where the court will further evaluate the situation and determine if the order should remain in place.